Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a mighty and powerful king named Saddat. He was one of the wealthiest kings in the world, ruling over vast lands filled with gold, silver, jewels, rivers, and gardens. His army was strong, his throne was majestic, and his words were law. But what made him most famous was his ambition to build a paradise on earth, a place so beautiful and grand that he believed it could rival the paradise promised by King Saddat. Was not an ordinary ruler. He was filled with pride and arrogance. He believed that with his wealth, strength, and knowledge, he could create a heaven greater than what the prophets spoke of. So, he gathered the most skilled architects, engineers, builders, and artists from across the world and announced a project that would take 10 years to complete, a kingdom called Jannah al-Saddat, or Saddat's paradise. The construction began with great fanfare. The walls were made of pure gold and decorated with diamonds. The pillars were carved from the finest marble. Rivers of milk and honey were designed to flow through the gardens. Every tree bore fruits of many kinds. The floors sparkled with gems. Birds of many colors were brought from distant lands. He had even created artificial stars and lights to make the sky above it shine. Years turned into decades, and decades turned into centuries. Generations of workers passed away building this paradise. King Saddat, due to his great power and some shy dark magic, lived 14 years, watching his dream come closer and closer to completion. When the final day of completion arrived, the entire kingdom celebrated. King Saddat stood on a grand balcony, looking over his paradise with pride. He smiled and sighed, "I have done what no man has done. I have built paradise on earth with my own hands. Who needs Allah's Jannah?" Thunder rolled. The ground began to shake. The walls of gold began to crack. The rivers overflowed. The stars above fell like stones. In moments, the entire paradise he had built with pride collapsed in front of his eyes. The people screamed and ran. The beautiful birds flew away. The trees were uprooted. The palace that took 10 years to build was destroyed in 10 minutes. Then came a voice from the heavens, so powerful and majestic that even the mountains trembled. "O Saddat, you built with pride what I created with mercy. You mocked my Jannah, forgetting that I am Allah, the creator of the heavens and the earth. What is your gold compared to my light? What are your rivers compared to my mercy? And what is your life compared to my eternity?" King Saddat fell to the ground, trembling with fear. All his power, wealth, and pride melted like wax in the sun. He realized the truth, but it was too late. His arrogance had destroyed him. He died that day, not in glory, but in regret. His story was forgotten by the world, buried under the ruins of his so-called paradise. But Allah preserved his lesson for those who reflect.